Gantt charts are amazing. They are one of the key tools you should use in project management to keep track of your progress, plan what you want to achieve, and in the timescale you need to achieve it. Gantt charts are really helpful in understanding and breaking down big ethereal tasks into more achievable goals. However, at first, we're not actually going to talk about Gantt charts that much, because to get understand and make most use of a Gantt chart, you need to understand what you're aiming for. So it's essential to know that with a Gantt chart, you need to find what is essential to your project. That's just the first thing. And to do this, you actually need to avoid the Gantt chart altogether. My simple way of doing this is doing a mind map. As you can see here, I've done a mind map with 3 buzzword goals, 3 buzzword statements I want to achieve from this academic year. Breaking down big goals into just 3 simple sentences really helps you to define what you're looking to achieve. Under that, you need to start drilling down and putting deadlines and length of tasks and achievable objectives for each of these goals to take them from being more of an ethereal, oh, I'm going to just develop looking at conferences, to something a lot more tangible. You need to set SMART goals and definable tasks that you know you can achieve. So what I would recommend for all these goals, put 5 tasks underneath at least. 5 achievable tasks. Some will be short, some will be long term. But for example, for my deeper understanding of wider cultural theories, what I did was set tasks of go to lectures on subjects that discuss these theories, read more books, subject diversifying my reading, and then another angle of it was work to develop as a postgraduate teaching assistant to get the opportunity to teach these subjects and discuss them more with peers and students, which by discussion would find to deepen my understanding further. Now, as I said before, all these tasks have different lengths and different goalposts. Some require to work with team members and also are slightly more out of my control, but I can still look to achieve them. For example, PTA contracts, I can look to put myself forward for the modules which would develop my understanding of these wider cultural theories. But then there's other tasks I can just get done straight away and are self-motivated. For example, like reading books and just diversifying my reading, attending lectures. As you can see, the majority of the tasks I've set myself, I can do myself. So you can really plan ahead and go, yes, I am going to achieve this goal by this date. And with the other goals, you can just set yourself deadlines to really help develop yourself and push yourself to actually achieve and reach for those goals. I would encourage you to do this. I would encourage you to go through those steps to drill down your goals into achievable tasks. Because then we can put these achievable tasks into the Gantt chart and plan out your year effectively so you know exactly which milestones you want to hit at certain points. Now, we're going to look at the Gantt chart itself. And what's amazing about the Gantt chart for someone like myself is it's highly visual and it makes you really understand what time is in a very logical sense. So here we've got my Gantt chart from Project 2, which was looking at digital theatre. As you can see, I've tracked this from the project conception all the way up to the end of the write-up. You get to see an overall look of what a Gantt chart looks like. So as you see, I've done Monday to Friday each week, and given times and blocked out in different colours so I can keep track of what different parts of the project they are when I'm going to do it. As you can see, most of the time it does descend down right to the last minute, which is submitting my first draft of the chapter to my supervisor. As you can see, that is a descending pattern, which obviously should happen with your project. You should be moving towards that. As you can see, there's pressure points here, which is when I was conducting the research. There's also pressure points roughly around here, which is when I'm arranging the research and doing the ethics for it, when there's lots of different tasks happening in parallel. But with this, you can see which tasks and what areas they're in. I think colour coding each area differently is really important because it really helps you distinguish what area you're looking to conduct. As you can see, each time when we've drilled down those names and drilled down those tasks, they can just literally be listed here. Next to the tasks themselves, we've got sequential parallel. This is really important to identify. If something is sequential, like most of the ethics you can see here, it means you cannot start the next part of that task until you've completed the first part. So it encourages you to really stick to the days you've set yourself to be doing those tasks to make sure you achieve them. Then you've also got parallel, which are more easy tasks, which can be done alongside other work. For example, I can be arranging the interviews with the practitioners I was interviewing and participants right after I've started to formulate the concept ideas. I know that I can't officially confirm when the interview is going to be in, but I can approach them to see if they'd be willing to interview before I get my ethics. So by doing those tasks earlier and doing them as parallel tasks rather than seeing them as sequential tasks, I'm actually saving myself a ton of time. So that is my simple Gantt chart. As you can see, it's quite simply defined and it's easy to follow, and you're working your way downwards and it can keep you on track.